the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. A Bugatti boy, plus way back. I got the feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah.
Hello, Rain Nation. Good evening. How are we? From near and far, and it's early in some places, dark in other places, it's morning time in others. So welcome to our North American Leadership Academy. My name's Dale Goebel. I'm going to be your host this evening. Give you a little information about me. I grew up in the horse business, showing world-class horses, been around the world doing that. Just really enjoyed life. And, with doing that, that's what kind of brought me around to where I'm at now with a company called Rain International. And we want to share a little bit with you tonight about the seed nutrition and about Rain. So I learned a very long time ago what it did for our horses and now what it can do for our bodies. And it's wonderful to see people logging in from all around everywhere. So be sure and jump over into that comment area. Let us know where you're logging in from. We want to be able to share who you are with other people. We want to see where you're coming in from. So be sure and log in down there in that chat area. Guys, this is a leadership training that we do for the field every week. So if you've been invited as a guest, it's a no pressure way to kind of eavesdrop in, kind of hear what's going on in a no pressure way to just find out how the business is done, what kind of support you're going to receive. Make a great decision if the business is right for you. And you will learn about our company, about our products, the compensation plan, our leadership, and you're even going to hear some testimonies from real people about how they feel about Rain. So guys, I don't want to waste too much more time of yours because I know everybody's got a lot going on. So I want to introduce you first to a very special guest who's going to cover a couple of her favorite products, Miss Laura Weeks. Laura is a triple black diamond, and she has been with the company almost 13 years. And I want to read some notes about her because, she's really just a really special person. She loves gardening and food and nutrition, actually organic gardening, really doing things that are really well. But she's really passionate about Rain. And she's going to share a little bit tonight about how to further understand our understanding of her two favorite products. And so I want to bring her on. So Miss Laura Weeks, a great friend from up there in Washington, over to you.
All right. Well, thanks, Dale, and welcome everybody to tonight's presentation. I'm actually a triple diamond, not a triple Rain black diamond. That would be great, but maybe one day. That's okay.
I'm projecting it for you.
There you go. There you go. Dream big. Why not? Right. But here we are at Rain. I was introduced to Rain back in 2013, so coming on 12 years ago, and I was absolutely interested and intrigued by this concept of seed source nutrition because I am a gardener, because I'm interested in health, and that's the work I do every single day. So seed source nutrition made complete sense to me. And why? Why are seeds so important? Well, we could talk for hours about that, but basically seeds are the source of life. We all get that. Seeds are the most complete form of nutrition that we can put into our body, and they're the most concentrated form of nutrition that we can put into our body. So if you want the biggest bang for your buck, where are you going to get it in terms of nutrition? Through seeds. Seeds have macronutrients like fats and proteins and carbohydrates, and micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, and so forth. So seeds are the real deal. And Rain International has become the leader in seed source nutrition globally since the company was founded in 2013. So seed source nutrition, from where I sit, is where it's at. From my perspective, it is absolutely foundational for each and every one of us, whether you're a kid, whether you're at the end of your life, whether you're a professional athlete, whether you're just a person who's trying, like I am, to age gracefully and get through these, this last portion of my life, healthy so that I can live, feel well, not be a burden to my kids. That's why I'm interested in these products, for the preventive health benefits. So when I got involved with Rain, there was one product in this company, one product only, and that was our flagship product, Soul. And all by itself, it was changing people's lives because it's the best food that we can put into our bodies, because it replenishes our nutrients, because it gives us everything we need. And so Soul and Soul Red are from, Soul Red is a companion product. You'll hear a little bit more about that in a moment. But Soul is foundational food. It's everything we need to support our body's optimal health and well-being. It works at the cellular level to fight the negative effects of stress, environmental pressures, aging itself. These products have been proven in their capacity to support reduction in cellular aging. That is an amazing thing that has been proven by a third party called Brunswick Labs about the products Soul and Soul Red. So we are working with these products at the cellular level to give your body what your body needs to function optimally, either to maintain health or to support your body to recover health, whatever it is that your body needs. And why is my computer not advancing? Dear, oh dear. Okay, there we go. So in the products Soul and Soul Red, both of them have three key ingredients, one of which is the powerhouse seed, black cumin seed. And black cumin seed has been used for thousands of years around the world. It's mentioned in the Bible. It's mentioned in the Quran. Muhammad said it cures everything but death. It's that powerful. But what Rain has done is been able to take the black cumin seed and all of the other ingredients and process them in such a way that they are eminently bioavailable to our bodies. So the black cumin seed is full of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. It also has the Chardonnay grape seed, another great source of antioxidants and other anti-aging compounds. We've all heard about drinking wine, right? Resveratrol from grapeseed, very important for antioxidants and other anti-aging benefits. D-ribose is something that you may not know a whole lot about. It's a 5-carbon sugar that our body actually produces, but we can always use more of it. And it's very, very important for energy production, for heart health. Athletes use D-ribose, and it's one of those sugars that does not raise the blood sugar levels in your body. So it's something that you can take for your health. Now, Soul and Soul Red differ a little bit in a couple of areas here. The original formula, Soul, has black raspberry seed added to it, and the companion formula, Soul Red, has red raspberry seed in it instead. When the people who were formulating this product in the first place, actually medical doctors at the University of Minnesota, they chose to use black raspberry seed, but they were also very, very aware of the power of red raspberry seed. So the product Soul has crushed up black raspberry seed in it, crushed up black cumin seed in it, and so on and so forth. The Soul Red has red raspberry seed, and it has black cumin seed oil as opposed to the whole crushed up black cumin seed. So they both have benefits, slightly different. Some people like the Soul Red, particularly for heart health and for weight management, has more ketones in it, which a lot of people paying attention to ketogenic diets are interested in. So both of these products have the black cumin seed, the grape seed, the D-ribose, and the Soul has black raspberry seed, and the Soul Red has red raspberry seed. So what do these products do besides replenish any nutritional deficiencies that we have in our body and give us the most important essential fatty acids that our bodies need in order to not only survive but thrive? One of the most powerful things they do is to help reduce systemic and cellular inflammation. And if you are paying attention to anything in the news these days, magazine covers, medical and health literature, you know that chronic inflammation is what is driving the chronic health challenges that people are facing today. We live in a world that has so much toxic burden that our body responds with inflammation, and we need to take natural products to help reduce that systemic inflammation. These products do it naturally, so there are no problematic side effects. So curbing systemic cellular inflammation is important for everybody who has a pulse living in the world today. These products also help maintain proper heart function. So essential fatty acids help do that. Reduction in inflammation helps to maintain proper heart function. But whether you're an athlete, whether you're a kid, whether you're a senior citizen, we all need to help maintain our proper health function. Boosting immunity. Our immune system is what helps our body fight the challenges that face us. So we need to be boosting our immunity rather than consuming junk food and other kinds of things that actually suppress our immune function. It's our immune function that keeps us going throughout our life, and these products help boost immunity. They help improve circulation. As we reduce inflammatory processes in our body, we increase circulation. As we have the raw materials that our body needs, then everything can flow more smoothly and we can end up with better health. Long-lasting energy. The D-ribose is particularly good for that, but also the vitamins and minerals that we need. They're cofactors and they help us, our bodies produce energy. So many people are tired these days. So many people are grabbing for that sugary snack in the late afternoon. But if you are fueling your body properly, then you have long-lasting energy. If you have the essential fatty acids and the oils your body needs, then you have better stabilized blood sugar over time and your energy is maintained. So many people are tired, and one of the first things that we hear when people start taking these products, Soul and Soul Red, is that they feel more energetic. They don't have that mid or late afternoon slack in energy, and that they sleep better. And sleep is so very, very important for having energy throughout the day, but also sleeping is when our body repairs itself. So we want to have energy throughout the day, and then we want to sleep well at night. So I could talk for hours about Soul and Soul Red, all these other products. I won't do it because you have at your disposal all the resource information you need to be able to help people understand the different ingredients in these products and how these products can support your body's functional health. So we have a whole product line now. Again, when I got started in this company, Soul was the only product we had, and it was making a tremendous difference. But now we have products for detoxification, for cognitive support, for supporting our gut health, for cleansing, vitamin D, joint ligament and support formulas. So we have resources in our videos, hidden in plain sight, in the beautiful Vitality magazine that showcases each and every one of the products, in the product information sheets that give you all of the ingredients and also tell you why all of those different ingredients are very, very valuable. I will close with saying this. I have taken the product Soul practically every single day for 12 years now, and I will continue doing so as long as this company is around or as long as I'm around on this earth, because it is so foundational. Whether you are careful like I am about the other things you eat, or whether you're an admitted junk food junkie, it does not matter. Adding these products will help your body do what your body was designed to do, and that is to be healthier and to take care of all of the insults that come our way through everyday living. So back to you, Dale.
Miss Laura, thank you for so eloquently putting how Soul and Soul Red work. Because I learn something new from you every time I listen to you. So I really do. I love listening to you talk about product, because I really do. I just learn a lot from you each time. So guys, Miss Laura Weeks. So guys, we're now going to jump over to a part of our presentation called Leverage. And we're going to hear from one of my friends from Chicago. And I hear it's really cold up in Chicago right now. But I got the honor to meet Derek Lord down in Florida last year. And he's got an extensive background in the financial services industry and insurance and retirement. And I even understand from a little bird that he may have some history in the entertainment business, music business, maybe even a little magic. So maybe he's going to spray a little magic dust on this presentation of leverage and how leverage can change your life. So, my friend Derek Lord, over to you.
Thank you. By the way, folks, have you ever considered that we all have only 24 hours in a day? Yet somehow, some way, some of us end up, as they say, at the end of the money before we get to the end of the month. And some people find a way that they just seem to glide through what happens. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. And it's really not a secret when you have the ability to connect to a word that we describe as leverage. Some of us, as you'll see on the slide, refer to it as the superpower. And the reason for it is it does some remarkable things when you know what it is and how to use it. What if, just for a moment, what if you could build the ultimate lifestyle business? What if there was a way that you could do some things that you're going to hear in a moment as we describe something a little different, and it's called social entrepreneurship. I mean, most people have heard of entrepreneurs. They've been around forever, but the word social entrepreneur is a little bit different. We're also going to talk about these megatrends because megatrends have a big deal to do with what results you're going to get, especially if you're aware of them and you can be in front of them. What are some of them? We just talked and mentioned social entrepreneurship. I'm going to go into a little more detail in a moment. Healthy lifestyle. How many of us either want a healthy lifestyle, have one, and want to keep it, or we look at other people who do? Side gig economy. I have to tell you, I've been around just a little while, and the word side gig really didn't mean a lot, and it certainly didn't mean a lot to most of the people until they discovered some remarkable things over the last number of years, including a little thing called the pandemic, when they realized that, maybe, just maybe, we're going to have a little bit of extra places for income and other places that we can go just in case. And then, of course, when we look at social media marketing, most of the people, like it or not, are looking at their phones an awful lot. What if you could turn part of that into a way that you could have a business that would help? Now let's go back to that ultimate side gig. If what you're doing is simply trading more time for money, meaning you're driving Uber or Lyft or this or that, or you're delivering things, or maybe you're doing a webcast, maybe you're, who knows exactly what you're doing. But let's just for a moment forget about all of that and just say, what if you could create it yourself? What if you were able to set your own hours? Choose who you work with? That'd be fun. What about your earning power being basically unlimited based upon your dreams and goals and work? But the most important, becoming successful by empowering others. Travel. How many of you out there would say, boy, this would be a lot more fun if we could travel a little more? And what if you could travel to some exotic destinations, including ones where you actually know and have team members, partners, if you will, all over the world? Time zones, 16 time zones. Imagine you go to sleep, and while you're going to sleep, part of your team members and partners are just waking up on the other side of the world. And while you're working, they're sleeping, but while you're sleeping, they're working for themselves as well as for the team. Now we have something really fascinating, and it's called this new social entrepreneurship, essentially meaning doing good by doing well, being able to enjoy, and you do good for other people. So you're not really just trying to find a way to make a little extra income or a lot of extra income, but you're trying to be in an environment where you can absolutely help other people. Let's go and look at some of the big people that we are all familiar with: Mark Cuban, Oprah, Bezos, Rowling. You know, they have figured out a way to harness leverage. Now, maybe you don't have the ability, I know I don't, to write a book that turns into a series of Harry Potter, and then it turns into everything you could imagine, movies and toys and games and everything else. But understanding what leverage is, what happens when we take a look now? Either you employ leverage or someone else that you work for does. Is that bad? It's not bad. It's just different, and it's true. So you really want to have an idea. And let's go to use a little example. What if you worked, along with whatever you're doing today, an extra 10 to 15 hours a week? And build that in your schedule, however it works good for you. Well, that sounds pretty good, pretty interesting. I'm sure a lot of people are doing that. However, what if you found two other people who are on the same page as you, and they also would like to put in their 15 hours a week? Now, between the three of you, you now have 45 hours a week of time working together for everyone's benefit. But what if those two people found two people also? Well, believe it or not, you're now at 105 hours. And I know Dale and Mark and many of these people and have been working many times, including myself, where you're working not just 40 hours, but 60 or 80 hours a week. Look at this. This is 105 hours a week, which would be pretty hard for anybody to do and sustain. Now I'm going to spend the next 2.5 hours describing okay, I'm just kidding. We're just going to touch on the highlights of finding there's 9 different ways to earn in the RAIN compensation plan. And I'm going to let you know that this is a very interesting and unusual plan because it's balanced. It allows people to do what they need to do in the beginning, in the middle, and then later on, if you really want to take it to some incredible heights. The first thing you'll notice, customer rewards. Our entire business is based upon customers. Customers are what make RAIN and RAIN 2.0 work. Now, if you become a customer, there's all kinds of different rewards. You can get discounts on products. You can have them shipped to you every single month so that you don't miss. Plus, you get extra rewards where they'll give you points where you get free products. Then for people who decide they want to do this as a business, maybe part-time, well, we have a few different things that are very important. Fast start commissions, meaning when you introduce this to other people. Partner and senior partner bonuses, a way that if you really take it seriously and focus a little bit in the beginning, you can earn an extra $100, $200, or $300. Now we move into the second part, which is kind of what we would call the middle of the plan. And that's where you now have some extra success and you become part of global executive pool and later on a global diamond bonus pool. And I want you to listen very carefully because when we've been aware of other companies and programs, yes, they may operate in other countries. We operate in over 40 countries. But in order to earn any income from those, you actually had to have your own people in there. Well, with RAIN, you have the ability to participate in the global success of the company, even if you don't have anybody who lives in those countries. Pretty cool. And then just a couple more. Team commissions. Those are set up so that when you bring people and sponsor them into the business, they become your partners. You have the ability to earn commissions based upon a two-legged structure, which is really interesting and cool. If you want to find out details, whoever invited you, they'll be able to explain that. We've got a lot of ways to help you understand that. And then I'm just going to finish with the last part, which is called generational matching bonus. Now, I'm a math guy. I love math. I'm a little odd, I'm a little weird because I really like this stuff. But suffice it to say, whether you understand it completely or not, this is something that can allow you not only to enjoy helping other people with their success, but you could literally create the equivalent of generational wealth because they allow you to help team members and other people all the way down many generations. And with that, Dale, I'm going to send it back to you.
Mr. Derek Lord, guys, if y'all are watching this tonight, did I not tell y'all he was going to be able to tell you how to turn those few hours into 45, 90, 105, 200, 500 hours and be able to understand it? Thank you so very much, Derek. Great to see you. I know it's cold up there where you're at right now. So stay warm, stay safe. So, guys, the next part of our presentation tonight is going to be some testimonials. And we're going to hear from a couple of people who are going to give us some personal testimonies on just what Rain has done for them. So we look forward to hearing from them. We're going to hear from Debbie and Mark tonight. So first, I want to turn it over to Miss Debbie Grice. Debbie, over to you. Debbie,
sorry.
There you go.
Oh, well. Okay. So, hi, everyone. I'm Debbie Grisey, and I own a property management company, which is definitely a rewarding business, but can be very, very stressful and have long hours. On top of having my business, my husband, I was a caretaker for him for many years because he had Alzheimer's. And unfortunately, he passed away a few months ago. And given my age we don't kiss and tell, I was at the point where I really wanted and needed my life to be less stressful, easier, and definitely more joyful. So I knew I needed something that would make me happy. I wanted to be around like-minded people, positive thinking people. And when Randy Gage introduced me to Rain, I knew this was the perfect place for me to be. I knew it would give me the resources to travel and meet people, but most importantly, a chance to be able to help others get what they want and needed. So thank you. Sorry about the faux pas there. I am Rain. Back to you, Dale. Oh no, we get back to you, Mark.
Good evening. I'm Mark Sipich from chilly, snowy Chicago. I'm a CPA and have prepared tax returns and business strategies for over 35 years. More recently, I've been helping my son to expand his successful pool installation business. Over those years, I've worked 60 to 70 hours a week on a salary, helping others build their businesses and success while putting in many hours, but not getting any more pay for it. So actually, the more hours I worked, the less I made per hour since I was on a fixed salary. When my friend introduced me to Rain, I saw the opportunity to apply my efforts and get paid for the efforts I put in to the business. I also saw a system and training that allows me to utilize my time efficiently to help me build and teach and help other people in my in-between time on how to build and succeed. We all become healthier and wealthier. It's a win-win. So much that someday in the near future, I can see that I won't have to work as many hours. I'll get paid what I'm worth. and I can help other people earn their success. I'm Mark Sipich, and I am Rain. On to you, Dale.
Man, Debbie, Mark, thank y'all so very much for jumping on tonight and sharing your testimonies. We just know that you're going to have such a bright, bright future with Rain. We look forward to it, and we just love hearing your stories about what it's done for you so far. So, guys, we're now on to our next speaker, who is a former high school English teacher. So thank God she's not looking at how I write notes out. She's been a consultant who has become an expert on creating leverage. Anne's here today to show us how to lead by example with confidence and a powerful system. So my friend, Miss Anne Feinstein. Miss Anne, over to you.
Have you ever wondered how some people just have all the confidence out there and just go and succeed at whatever they do? And then there are others that struggle and find themselves, thinking about quitting whatever it is they start and never quite finish. Well, let me tell you about a story, okay, that might help to illustrate that. Because I remember years ago, there was a gal in New York that was a professional person working 60 to 80 hours a week in a 40-story office building and was the director of research for a consulting firm, was given an incredible, income level for that position, was married to a successful businessman, and found herself, as I was learning more, that all she wanted to do was think about the weekends, decompress, and start all over again on Monday morning. And that was going on and on and on and on and on. And one day she decided to look for an opportunity that maybe she could spend more time out in New Jersey, where she had a house and she had the green grass and the trees that she loved, and she happened to have a couple of horses out there too that she only saw on the weekends. What a life, some of you might say, working 60 to 80 hours a week in Manhattan, driving through the Lincoln Tunnel back and forth, going to where she didn't want to be. Until one day she said, I've got to make a change. And she made a change. Okay, she got into a crazy business called network marketing. And everybody around her was making fun of her and saying, oh, that's crazy. And not only that, but then eventually she actually walked into a Monday morning staff meeting and told everybody she was leaving. She was asked, well, why are you leaving? And she said, to start her own business. And she told them she didn't know exactly what to say. So she said network marketing with some nutritional products, and they all looked at her like she was crazy. She had her first meeting. She invited 30 people in Manhattan, and that night it happened to rain. Okay, do you know what happens when it rains in Manhattan? Nobody goes anywhere. Now, that whole wonderful event was set up in a little room off the side of their living room, where they had brought in 30 chairs, set them up, made a great big thing of particular drink that everybody could share, and sat there and waited for people to show up. And the person that brought her into the business, who had just started the week before, arrived, and her best friend. And that was it. So now she's looking there around at 29 other chairs that have nobody in them. And the fact that she had just left a cushy job, and she's wondering if she made the right decision. Her friend signed up, okay, because, it was her best friend. And of course, we all know that story. The best friend signs up and, eventually says, hey, let's do this together. And they start to do something. And that business starts to take off. But at the same time, she only could think about the 29 people that didn't show up, and had a total diva fit, fell down to the floor, hysterical, crying after the woman that she was best friends walked out the door. And you might say, why am I telling you all this? Because that night she could have quit. And that was me 30 some years ago. And I think back to that night, because that was a pivotal night. Let me tell you guys, that was a pivotal night, because I'm sitting there thinking, did I make the right decision? And I'm telling you that, thank goodness, I kept thinking about this amazing video that I had seen, this incredible lifestyle, an opportunity to change lives, to be able to be out at the house that I wanted to be out at on the weekends, to spend more time out there with my horses and the grass and the trees under my feet, and to do it with people I really loved to do it with, as that turned out. Now, did that not involve some rejection? Hell yes. Okay, because again, you're never being rejected for really, the opportunity that you're offering. Sometimes people are rejecting your message. Sometimes people are rejecting that where they are in their life. Sometimes there's issues going on that you don't know anything about. It might not just be anything relating to you or to Rain. Okay, and you're going to hear a lot more about this particular topic over the next couple of weeks, because I want you to understand, as Randy does, that sometimes it's about us and sometimes it's not about us. And sometimes we can make a difference and we can make a change that makes a difference. So let me give you a couple of examples, okay? Number one, what I discovered was, first of all, have some fun, okay? Make this fun. I mean, nobody wants to show up, okay, at some boring meeting, which is, I was the queen of boring, because I need to tell you everything from Deuteronomy all the way up to, the beginning of time to and our company happened to be a company that sold Chinese herbal products back then. So of course I took you back to the Ding Dong Dynasty. And do you think that kept people's attention? No. Okay. And I came out of the corporate world where I thought, oh my gosh, I got to be perfect. Everything's got to be perfect, perfect, and perfect. That's the world I came out of, because you're always trying to win the project or win the other thing, as opposed to, we're never winning something else. Okay. We're attracting. And once I got that, and I heard fun, I said, oh my gosh, I could be the president of fun. So I started to think like that. Okay, let's make this fun. Okay, let's attract all those people that aren't having a good time. And I was one of them. I wasn't having a good time. But all of a sudden, because I started having a good time and I started enjoying it, guess what? I found out there were a lot of other people just like me that weren't having fun. They're working 60, 80 hours a week. They're treating that business as if it's their own. And sometimes it wasn't. Okay, I heard Mark talk about that earlier. Okay, talking about owning it as if it was yours. Oh, guilty as charged. Okay, so then I said, well, guess what? That was the first thing, make it fun. Okay, the second thing was a couple of new skills. Okay, I realized that, I came out of teaching, I got into corporate consulting, but I didn't know this profession. So I had to get humble. I actually had to get humble a little bit, okay, and say, hey, maybe I could learn something here. Maybe I could get better at what I could do and be more attractive, okay, and learn a few skill sets. And I'm telling you guys, this is back prehistoric, okay? We still actually met people face to face. We didn't do it on Zoom, okay? We actually sat down across from people. They saw us sweating, or they saw us laughing, or they saw us having fun. They could feel our energy. More so even than maybe what you're feeling tonight. But the point of the matter was, okay, you have to develop some skill sets. You have to get good at meeting people. Not for me, not terribly good, easy for me, believe it or not. And you're going to find out that there are a lot of people in our profession that are not what you think we are. Okay, we actually have to put ourselves out there, okay, and get comfortable doing that. Okay, and that was something big for me. I mean, my first time I did something like this online, I thought I was getting ready for CBS and NBC. Okay, I mean, I adjusted my lipstick 14 times. I looked in the mirror. I got a hold of my Yorkie. I grabbed her by the neck and I came on. I looked like a deer in headlights and I made an announcement about tomorrow night's presentation. And that's all I had to do was just talk about tomorrow night's presentation. I finished the presentation. I looked over. I realized I had just strangled the dog who was looking at me, mommy, and so I put her down and I was sweating bullets. And I said, well, all right, that's one. I got over that. We have to learn new skill sets. I never knew anything about social media. I didn't grow up with that. Some of you are social natives, digital natives. Okay, so you know what you do? If you're not good at something, go find someone that is. Okay, look at Derek. Derek is part of our team. He's the one I go to for financial stuff. Okay, part of our team. Laura Weeks, I mean, goodness, she's amazing when it comes to this. So we partner together in this. That's what makes Rain so beautiful. We partner in our own team and we partner across the line. Same with Debbie. Okay, Debbie's in another leg. Same with Dale. Dale's in another leg. We partner together. That's creating a community of people that makes us stronger than any one of us individually. Okay, and that's why we call this emerging leadership here at the Academy, okay, on every Thursday night. So you heard Mark tonight, okay, Mark, okay, is an emerging leader. He gave a testimonial tonight. Debbie is an emerging leader. She's given a testimonial tonight, and last week she gave a presentation. We all go through these parts and learn new skill sets. So that's the second thing, have fun, skill sets. Number 3, we have to be willing to put in the time. Okay, we have to be willing to set aside time to go out there and talk to people. So that's the third thing we have to be willing to do. We have to put it into our calendar. Okay, we're learning everything we can learn in the skills by going and looking into the new associate orientation. Okay, I want to mention that, and also Rainmaker University. Every single skill that you need to learn, you have a module. As a matter of fact, Randy and I are about to do module 18. Okay, so in those skill sets, how to meet people, how to make an invitation, how to talk to people, how to expand your list, how to make a presentation and use the tools. What are the pathways, being a customer, everything's there. Okay, but how do you learn best? Anybody know? Put it in the chat. How do you learn best? Okay, you learn best by doing. Okay, and that is what we have here in this business. You learn and you do. You learn and you do. You cycle, repeat. That's it. No do, no learn, no money. That's the way it works. Okay, so we have to be willing, okay, to go out there and to learn a few new skills. And we have to be willing to sit down and make time. Some people are not willing to do that. You know, I had a woman sign up, buy a leadership pack, okay, come to me from someone says she's looking for a business, spend the time with her, look serious, and then she goes into the witness protection program. Anybody ever have that? You told me last week, okay, that you wanted to build a business and get out of the rut that you're in. You spend $1,000 and you go into the witness protection program? I don't get it. You have to be hungry. Okay, that woman that fell down on her knees, okay, and was hysterical at the end of that evening was hungry. And she became humble and honeable, coachable. So those are characteristics that we have to be willing to take in. So what do we have to do? We have to have fun. Okay, we have to be willing to learn a few new skill sets. Okay, we have to be willing to set the time aside and actually sit down and talk to people. You know, we can't do it just on social media. I know I have just pissed off half the group sitting here. Okay, there are two things. There is passive and there is active recruiting. Yes, okay, you're going to be lucky enough down the road that somebody's going to see your beautiful face doing a beautiful post that's amazing. Okay, and they're going to go, that's the person I'm looking for, okay, to lead me down the path to my freedom and better health. But most of the time, okay, it doesn't happen like that. It has to start with you absolutely talking to people. Okay, when Randy and I came here to Rain, we tell you exactly what we're doing. We are talking to people. We are showing them the tools. We're following the system. We're then enrolling people. We're answering questions. We're getting the no's. We're getting the yeses. We're putting the maybes in the tickler file. We're moving on. Okay. And you keep growing that list, and then you don't have, a psychotic breakdown if somebody says no. Okay. What I do is I just go, okay, next. Next. David and I even look at each other. We go, next. Okay. So what else do you have to do? You have to be willing to set targets. I'm sure you could talk to a couple of people here, okay, in this group. They know targets start on Wednesday. Targets don't start on Tuesday afternoon. Okay, targets start on Wednesday. Okay, and people in our team, it's like, okay, what's the target for the week? And you know what happens then? People make plans and they put things into motion and they implement and they go out there and they talk to people. Okay, and if somebody says no, they go on to the next one because they got a target. They know where they're going, and people love to know and love to work with people who know where they're going and they're going somewhere fast. That's the nature of the world. It's humanity. It's part of what we are. You want to go with someone who has that confidence, who has that excitement, who has that passion, who has that urgency. Okay, you're making things happen. Because then, you know what? You have an easier job the next week because you've greased the wheel. The wheel is greased. Okay, and the faster that wheel moves, okay, the faster the thing starts to work. Okay, Mark, you hear what I'm saying, okay? You get a couple of people in that pipeline and all of a sudden, okay, then you start talking to people and they're interested, or you start sorting them out. I say, you take a bucket, it's like you're looking through pearls. We used to say that in the old days, okay? You take a bucket and you look for pearls. Or you take a deck of cards. How many aces are in a deck of cards? 4. Okay, is it willing to go through 52 to find the 4 aces? Yes. Okay, will you find the 4 aces? Yes. Okay, because they're out there. Will you find 7 is what you need, okay, to become a triple black rain diamond? Will you find the 7? Yes. Because they're out there. Okay, look at the people that are here tonight on this call. Those are the aces that are out there. And they're just waiting for you, okay, to let them know that you're here to help them with 1 or 2 of the biggest problems today. They're going to bed praying about a health solution, and they're going to bed praying for a financial solution. And for goodness sakes, okay, scream it loud and scream it clear. You have the solution. And with that, back to you, Dale.
Miss Ann, thank you so very much. Ann and Derek and Mark and Debbie and Laura, thank y'all so much. Now, guys, I know y'all been on the edge of your seats kind of listening close, but I want you to get really close and really listen now, because I've got to do a little wrap up and put a big bow on this. And tomorrow is what day? It's the 14th. It's Valentine's Day. So we know we got some heart healthy stuff here, but beyond that, you associates that are on here, build on this. Create you an amazing week. You guessed. We invite you to get back to the person that invited you this. Get your questions answered. Now back to our associates again. Get back with your guests that you invited on here and answer their questions for them. Guys, we've got so much going on. They just dumped me a load of notes, and guys, I look forward to it. We've got this huge meeting coming up we do on Saturdays, but we've got a thunderstorm meeting this Saturday. And we're going to have Dr. Daniel Beckles on. And he is a really good friend. He's a heart transplant surgeon, and he is so down to earth, but you will love listening to him speak. And he is our head of our medical advisory board. We're going to have our CEO on. We're going to have a couple brand new platinums come on. So we're going to have a lot of information being talked about. Then we're also going to talk about some grand openings that we've got coming up in Bulgaria and Italy and Turkey. And then we've got a president's tour going to Romania and Belgrade and Oslo, Norway. And then we're going to go to Orlando in April. Guys, there's things happening. It's popping and jumping. So always remember that term. You miss every shot you don't take. So here's your opportunity to take a shot. Find out more information about what rain can offer to you to possibly change your life. And you know, with all that being said, there's just so many things going on. I look forward to all the future things happening, but I want to be the first to welcome you to Rain and tell you I am Rain. Guys, good night. God bless you and have a wonderful evening.
Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside you. Shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond.